Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are doing well at home. Children, I am your Smita ma'am. Today, I welcome you all to the new academic session of 2021 and 22. In this new session, I am going to teach Standard 5 Social Studies. I hope you all get ready with your social study book and copy. Today I am going to teach you chapter 1. All of you open at page number 7. Today we will discuss about globe, a model of the earth. The earth on which we live is a unique planet. It is the only planet which has life on it. Plants, human beings and animals live on it. It consists of large land masses and large water bodies. These two features support a wide variety of living things on it. To study the earth, we use a model called the globe. The blue color on the map stands for water bodies and the other colors indicate various landforms like mountains, plateaus, plains, etc. The surface of the earth is divided into land and water. About 70% of its total area is occupied by water and the remaining is land. The large water bodies are called oceans and the large land masses are called continents. There are in all 5 oceans and 7 continents. So children, first of all we will discuss about oceans. How many oceans are there? There are 5 oceans. Now we will discuss the 5 main oceans are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean. Children, turn the page. Now we are on page number 8. And the Southern or the Antarctic Ocean. There are other small water bodies on the earth which are called seas, gulfs, bays, lakes, rivers, etc. Next we'll discuss continents. The name of the 7 continents in the decreasing order of their size are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. These continents are in turn divided into countries. On the basis of the land area the countries occupy, Russia is the largest country and Vatican City is the smallest country. Children, which is the largest country? Russia. And which is the smallest country? Vatican City. India, our country, is the 7th largest. It is situated in the continent of Asia, which is the largest continent. Australia is the smallest continent. Asia is the largest continent and Australia is the smallest continent. Antarctica is the only continent with hardly any human life on it. The other landforms on the earth are plains, plateaus, mountains and valleys. Thus, the surface of the earth is not uniform. Because of these variety landforms, the surface of the earth is not uniform. Next, we'll discuss shape of the earth. For many thousands of years, it was believed that the earth was flat, but eventually scientists proved that the earth was round. Astronauts who went into space look, took photographs of the Earth from there. The pictures also showed that the Earth is round like a sphere. However, it is not a perfect sphere. The Earth is flattened out at the north and south poles and bulged at the equator. So, the Earth can be said to have an oblate spheroid shape. One way to look at the Earth is by looking at a globe. A globe is a model of the Earth. The shape of the Earth is accurately seen along with the correct size and location of all the land and water forms present on it. At any time, only one half of the globe can be seen. By rotating the globe, we can see the other half of it. The globe can be turned by moving it about a line passing through its two extreme ends. This line is an imaginary line and is called the Earth's axis. The two endpoints of the axis are called the poles. See children, two endpoints of the axis are called the poles, North Pole and South Pole. The upper point is called the North Pole and the lower point is called the South Pole. On the surface of the globe, we find a set of circles and semicircles drawn. The full circles are called the lines of latitude or parallels. They run from east to west. See children, east to west. These circles are called latitudes. The semicircles are known as lines of longitude or meridians. These lines run from north to south, joining the North Pole with the South Pole. See children, this line run from north to south, joining the North Pole and South Pole. Yes, these lines. Called longitudes. The parallels and meridians cut each other. An imaginary line runs midway between the North Pole and the South Pole. This line divides the Earth in two equal parts. It is called equator. See children, equator. These lines divide the Earth in two equal parts. Is called equator. This line is called equator. It is also the longest latitude. The part of the Earth which lies to the north of the equator is called the northern hemisphere, and the part that lies to the south of it is called the southern hemisphere. See children, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. The part of the Earth which lies to the north to south is called the northern hemisphere, and the part that lies to the south of it is called the southern hemisphere. The northern hemisphere consists of most of the Earth's land, so it is called the land hemisphere. The southern hemisphere is entirely covered by oceans, so it is called the water hemisphere. Next we'll see latitudes. What is latitudes? These lines run parallel to the equator or both the sides. They are located at equal distance. They never cut each other. The parallels decrease in size as we move from the equator towards the poles. At the poles they are merely points. They are 181 in number. To the north of the equator there are 90 parallels, and to the south of the equator there are 90 parallels, and there is the equator itself. Thus in all there are 181 lines. The equator is numbered 0. Okay children, next of this part we will discuss in my next video. Okay, thank you.